Thank you for watching another episode of Stallone's Reviews. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers by the end of September, and now only 23 more to go. You can help me make it. Please subscribe. Usually, folks, I put my review first thing, but this build was so much fun, I'm reliving that experience first and then giving you my review. You can jump straight to the review at around the 5-minute mark, though, if you prefer. Because I know most of you won't watch too far into the video, I want you to know that you will need to supply 2 of your own size 2032 coin batteries to complete this build. I'm unsure why, but they didn't supply them in the kit. In my marble run videos, I give you real-world operations, not just select best clips. I also tell you tips and tricks on how to build or make your marble run better.
Operates very smoothly. Everything seems to be working really smoothly. You can see all those gears there. The one thing I will say, trying to get this piece in, I heard one of the little clear retainer thing rings pop off inside there. I think way over here underneath this panel, and there's no way to get to it. So I'm just going to have to hope that that's not going to hurt anything. I'm just going to have to hope that doesn't hurt anything. See how it does. If it backs up, I guess I'm going to be taking it apart, but so far it is really smooth actually. It took a little bit of turning before it smoothed itself out, but it did smooth out, and it's like butter right now. I like it. door there, make sure you can get in and probably fix any marble madness that might occur inside there.
Better. I love helping you find what to love building next, and wow, this kit should be it. Today I am reviewing the Chocolate Factory Marble Run by ROKR. I've been on a journey with ROKR. We started out together building the marble spaceport, which was a fantastic marble run from start to finish. My video of this will be in the description. Then I built the Marble Night City, which was obviously one of their earlier developed kits, as the parts were printed on thinner material, the instructions were not as good, and the finished product needed a lot of tuning. And now this kit, the Chocolate Factory, feels like the culmination of my experiences. It's clear that ROKR learns its lessons along the way and only makes your experiences building their kits better and better. Though I will say this is not a build for the first timer. On the Stallone's reviews scale of rock hardness, where 1 is easy and 10 is rock hard, I give this kit a 7 out of 10. The Chocolate Factory Marble Run uses 15.5mm balls, and per the ROKR website takes about 7 hours to build, which I say is pretty accurate. The Chocolate Factory uses thick finished plywood pieces and a very good set of instructions. The kit came with sandpaper and plenty of wax to use on the gearing. They also provided double-sided tape, though I use my own because it's so much better than everyone else's. I'll put a link for it in the description. When looking at the quality of the instructions are in a very nice booklet format. They give you a completion picture at the end of each step, which really helps make sure you've got everything right. There were a couple of areas that could be improved, which I will detail later, but overall the instructions provide a very enjoyable building experience. This should only be your first build if you are up for a very challenging first experience as a new wood kit or marble run builder. If you can follow directions well and carefully, you will still have a good experience, but there are several tricky steps that I think the first time builder may find frustrating. A great first build by ROKR is the marble spaceport. Grab a spaceport kit, build it up, and then put the Chocolate Factory on your wish list for your next build. This kit came with everything you need to build it, but it didn't come with the batteries, and you will need to supply two 3-volt 2032 coin batteries to power the lighting in the kit. The kit was largely made from thick finished plywood that looks beautiful. The parts came out easily and need only a little deburring and fit together tightly with mostly no need for glue. However, I did put a spot of white glue on the crank handle as it did want to come off. They give several spare parts in case of loss or breakage, but I didn't have to use any of them in this kit. You will need a zip lock to keep parts in, though, as you build. Several parts in the wooden frames are located inside parts that get used first, leaving the parts stranded until several steps later. Looking at the Chocolate Factory's operation, I've never had a marble run work flawlessly, but the Chocolate Factory came really close. There's really only a single pathway on this marble run, but it's a hoot. The marbles, which look like gumballs or candy, bubble out of the top column on the left and then travel into a square house where they interact with a flapper that causes the little dial to move back and forth in a feature on the top of the marble run. Unfortunately, in my build, this is the only feature that didn't work. The axle is just too tight to allow it to flap as a marble passes. Instead, the marble is stopped in its tracks. ROKR must have known this was a difficulty, though, because they put a back door to this little cube so you can clear any obstructions. After the marbles come out of the square room, they drop down into a little raceway where they roll into a vortex-like shape. After the vortex, they land on a ramp with a switchback that brings the marbles into the robot caterer's counter, where the marbles travel in front of a very busy little robot. After the marbles pass the robot, they are squeezed back into the marble column to eventually work their way back up to the top and repeat the trip. The gearing works great. I did find that as I added gears, it was best to give the whole thing a few cranks to work in the gearing. By the time I was done, they all turned buttery smooth. What could use a little work on this kit were mainly two things. In the instructions, there were several times when I wished they had told the builder to be careful about the orientation of the parts before putting them together. Some of the parts look symmetrical but aren't, so you can end up building a section backward and then have to dare to take it back apart. The other problem is the flapper in the wooden box at the start of the marble run that is supposed to rock after each marble passes it. However, the pivot point is much too stiff, so it stays frozen. Fortunately, it will freeze in a position that the marble passes through without blocking everything up. I would also say that I would love if ROKR could make an automation kit for this marble run. For my final thoughts, this is a must build. There are a ton of details on this marble run. On the left hand side is a cluster of candy. The caterer's counter has 3 tasty looking little cakes. The little robot caterer dances from side to side as the marbles pass in front of it. Images of tasty cakes are displayed across the top banner. On the right side of a little bell is placed just close enough to make your hand ring with each crank. The sign on the left side and the caterer's counter are well lit by the included lighting package. The top of the build has a little present hanging off to the right, and a box with a shifting dial hangs over top of the vortex, where the marbles almost look like they're squirting out like if they were just manufactured. The lighting feature not only provides a great accent for the sign, but also lights up the path of the marbles so you can enjoy their journey all the way through. This is the first kit I've ever built with varnished and painted plywood, which was a wonderful experience. Would I do it again? Yes, and yes again. This was a fantastic build. My next ROKR kit is a wall clock, and I can't wait to get to it because it looks like it's going to be just about as fun as what this was. Did you buy the Chocolate Factory? What was your experience? Do you agree with my review? Do you have any additional tips for would-be builders of this kit? Put your comments below. Please like and subscribe to see my latest videos. If you are in a position to help the Stolen Reviews channel, please support me on Patreon so I can find more builds for us to explore together. For $3, you can find your next project you're going to love to make. The link is in the description. I do have 2 tips for this project. First of all, snap out part E13 and look on page 11. Part E13 will help you keep the battery pack in place as you continue to build. I'm not sure why they wait until page 13 to install it. Another tip, beginning on page 14, hire an octopus to keep the axles in place while you build the gearing. I finally got around to writing an outro to give you plenty of time to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks again to those of you who have already subscribed, and one of you will have the good luck to be my first paid tier patron on Patreon. If you subscribe today, for $3 a month, you get access to my videos without having to watch ads. Thank you in advance.